Hope you guys are doing good. Why does it feel like I haven't been here? Were we here last week?
Yes, we were.
Was I?
No.
I don't think I was.
We were on Monday.
Oh, yeah. That's why it feels weird. Because I wasn't in my like normal circadian rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, surprise. We changed the live stream from gingerbread houses to this viral bow. I don't want to call it viral. There's a difference between viral and trendy. This is more like a trend.
Yeah.
And the side bow situation.
I don't feel like it's not to the viral stage yet because it's not taking over everywhere.
Yeah, I feel like that
but it's very trendy. That's the difference between viral and trendy.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna be showing you guys how to do this side seam bow tutorial. Now, this is a little bit different because we are using our Cricut. You don't have to have a maker series in order to cut this.
Nope.
Which is really cool. You can use a fine point blade. And there's no sewing involved.
Yes.
Which is the biggest thing.
So if you have seen these side slit bows, a lot of them actually have it's a slit. It's like cut.
But it's sewn.
It's sewn on there.
There's a hem.
So
edge.
If you are a sewing person, take this same kind of concept and you can sew it on there and actually cut the side. If you're not and you want to have the same effect with a quick, easy, not super hard way, we're going to teach you how to without having to go through the process of sewing it.
And it's like literally so cute. Like
it is.
We make a lot of shirts around here, and like not all of them am I going to take home, but like one of these I would wear all day. Like it's so cute. And I didn't even think like I was going to be into this trend, but I think it's really cute. And I can't wait to see you guys do it because I know once we do it, you're going to want to do it too.
Oh, for sure.
It's so cute. So yes, that's what we're going to be doing today. So get your fabric scissors out, get your favorite Christmas fabric, and we're going to get into it.
Now, before we do hop over to the craft table, one thing is that I want to make sure you guys are aware of. If you were not here yesterday, we gave you all of the details that you needed to know to get ready for our Black Friday event, which is happening next Friday, November 29th. There is an insane, I'm not going to tell you too much. There's just an insane deal happening, 24-hour deal that day. If you've not already signed up, go ahead, get ready because we're taking it back old school Black Friday.
Ooh.
We're giving lots of stuff away. We have a deal that you truly are not going to be able to miss.
I don't know how much you told them yesterday, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
We told them that it's something we've never done before.
Okay, true.
May not be offered in the future depending on how it goes.
Yeah.
Once
in a lifetime opportunity.
Once in a lifetime opportunity. We did tell them that it was $3 signs, not $4 signs.
Oh yeah.
It's a little, it is going to be, I'll tell you this, it's going to be mid $3 signs.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Period. Do you guys?
But you're gonna get almost $2,000 in value for that.
Oh, for
so
sure.
like you're literally paying a quarter of what the full price would be if we added everything up.
Right.
A fraction.
I mean,
a literal fraction.
Can't be. Not to mention, like Black Friday is so much fun here. Like we do giveaways, we craft all day. Like. You're going to want to be there just to hang out with us, not only to like find out what the heck we've been talking about, but Black Friday event is like one of our big events of the year. So make sure that y'all are there. Put it in your calendar on your phone. Hit the little bell on the YouTube. So whenever we go live, it notifies you. So lots of ways to like stay in the inner circle, you know? So with that being said, do we have any like deals going on today that we should mention before we get started?
I mean, we still have all of our Black Friday deals. If you've not already jumped in to grab your trilogy, which by the way, the deal that's happening on Black Friday is also going to get you the trilogy as well. But if there's something else you've been eyeing, like digital design for creatives, Maker's Gonna Supplement, so many of all of our programs, not so many, all of our programs are on sale. You can unlock those deals with the pinned comment. It's going to get you this trilogy book sent to you We are still not, we've not mailed these out yet, so please, we will let you know when we are mailing them out. You all know us around here. A lot of times what we do is a lot of pre-sale.
Yes.
So we are finishing up the last details, going through getting these sent to the printer, and we will be mailing these out ASAP, okay?
Yes, y'all are gonna love these books.
You're gonna be obsessed.
I've put a lot of work into them. So anyways, let's get into the tutorial. If y'all have questions, pop them in the chat. If you're watching the replay, leave us a comment. We try to get back as often as we can.
Yep.
Okay. Oh my gosh. First of all, I know we have it in the thumbnail, but if you didn't see it, let's go overhead. Let's go overhead. Because this is the bow. This is the side bow that we were talking about. I mean, we did glitter vinyl. We actually originally did puff vinyl. Didn't work out. I wouldn't say that puff vinyl is a no necessarily, but this is just really cute. This
It's not a no, but it overwhelms. It kind of like it takes over the fabric.
Yeah, you got to have like the right combination of glitter fabric or glitter vinyl and fabric, or just vinyl and fabric in general. But you can see we repeated it on this side. Now, after I made these, I was like, you know what? I don't think it needs a cut. And the reason you don't really want to cut this, because normally this would be cut out, okay? If this was sewn, they have been cutting out this middle area. And then, but they're usually taking like a serger or an embroidery machine that actually is used for applique, and it finishes that edge. So when you cut it off, it's got like a sealed in edge. You don't have that whenever you're just using vinyl. Now, I could cut this out and take some fabric glue and just take my finger or a paintbrush and kind of dab it on there to seal it in. But I just didn't trust that it was going to look good, and I'm actually really happy with how this looks without cutting it, so I don't feel like that's necessary.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, you still get like the same vibe,
Do you want me to grab the sweatshirt where we did cut it and show them like how the sweatshirt frayed if you don't have that?
You can.
I'll grab it.
I did also add joy to the front of this. You can pretty much add whatever you want, but I'm going to talk about some do's and don'ts of cutting letters and cutting with fabric in general on your Cricut, because there are, like, I had some issues cutting certain sizes of words and things like that. Okay, so we'll talk about all that today, because cutting with fabric on your Cricut can be finicky sometimes, but also it doesn't have to be overcomplicated, and we're going to talk about that. So Lauren's bringing in the OG that Holly worked on, and she did really good on this, but I started working on one and the sizing was off, so I was like, I'm not gonna try to match up the sizing. So this is what the slit would look like, and you can see, like, obviously we have, like, it's not finished. We didn't add the vinyl yet. This is before the vinyl was added. And also this is, I'm going to talk about why this is not the way to do it here in a minute, like the mistakes that we made throughout the creative process, because there wasn't a tutorial on how to do this with your Cricut, okay? So we're just like winging it. We were just winging it, and I have a really good technique on how to get this lined up perfectly, like get your bows lined up perfectly with your vinyl. There is a specific way to do it. So make sure you guys watch this whole tutorial, okay? If you're watching the replay and you want to make this, don't skip parts. I need to tell you how to do this, okay? So with that being said, let's go over the supplies that you're going to need. So I've got some Hobby Lobby 405 iron-on glitter, SOS. We ran out of Caesar.
Literally SOS.
We ran out, and I was like, I made that sweatshirt yesterday, so I was like, you know, we're just gonna go to Hobby Lobby, and it's fine, but if you can get your hands on Caesar glitter, use that instead. But this is good. This is good. I don't know how it's gonna wash, honestly, so I can't make you any promises, but yeah. And then this is fabric from Hobby Lobby, and I linked this exact fabric for you guys, so you can get this exact pattern if you want. And then I got this from Hobby Lobby as well, and I don't think that these are on sale. I will let you guys know that it's $29 without being on sale. I would not typically buy anything from Hobby Lobby not on sale.
Are you sure? Did you pay $30 for it?
Yeah, I paid like $37 today
I thought normally they had them at like $15 to $20.
Nope.
Oh.
Unless they're on sale.
Interesting.
They're normally, if they're every other week, they'll be on sale. So this week, they're $29.99.
For some reason, they always had shirts on sale.
Well, not this week.
Well, How about
because
that?
I went to Hobby Lobby to buy this and this morning, and it was like $37.
About
So don't do that. Wait till next
Don't
week.
be like us.
Wait till they have your sweatshirts on sale and get it for $15. It's like 40 or 50% off normally. And then you're gonna need a fabric grip mat or a strong grip mat. I am using a strong grip because I just am. Honestly, they're very similar. Fabric grip mats are super, super tacky. Same as strong grip mats, so use what you've got. Honestly, you could probably get away with a brand new standard grip mat. I'm not gonna tell you. I mean, I think that would be just fine. You just don't want your fabric moving. So something that is super sticky. And speaking of it not moving, you're gonna wanna get some like painter's tape or washi tape or something that can keep everything on your mat in place, even if you're using a strong grip or a fabric grip. I don't trust, okay? I don't trust. Yesterday, everything kept moving on me, so I'm taping everything down, and that's what I'm gonna do. I've got a brayer, which is really good when you're working with fabric versus a burnishing tool. This is just, it just rolls a lot nicer and easier and flattens out your fabric. And then, we've got some Heat and Bond Lite. This is like a sewable bonding iron-on adhesive for the back of cotton. This is great for lightweight fabrics, machine appliques, and quilting, okay? So we just iron this onto the back of the fabric, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. I forgot my mini easy press. I was using it, and then I was waiting for it to cool down.
Is the Heat and Bond Lite the one that you used for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this. You can use normal Heat and Bond. The Heat and Bond Lite really is what we had, but you can use regular Heat and Bond, okay? And there are instructions on the back, so make sure you read this all the way through, okay? Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you're gonna need an iron. Cricut Mini Easy Press is my go-to. Y'all know this is my favorite Cricut tool to ever own. If you need to add something to your wish list, make it be a Cricut Mini Easy Press. If you've already got a Cricut, it'll change your life. And I'll die on that hill. I'm not sponsor me. I would just want to be sponsored by this little iron. And look how cute he is. He's so handy. I actually took this one home and just brought it back because I love him so much. Anyways, and then you just need like some Cricut tools. So let's get into the tutorial. Probably something to measure with too. Some type of flexible measuring tape. So let me get on to Cricut Design Space. Okay. Does anyone have questions over the supplies or anything like that?
Nope. None that I have seen.
Okay, cool. Let's open up my stuff. I've got this saved in here. Oh, of course I've got two. Is this it? This is a brand new file we made specifically for you guys.
For this project.
Literally, like we made it since last week we started making it, and then it was ready yesterday. That is not the document I want. Let's go back. Okay. Replace. There's lots of, how many people do we have here?
We have 131.
Okay. I keep seeing people say, hey from Utah, hey from New Jersey. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're in Design Space. I have everything laid out. Obviously, a lot of it is hidden. So you can see we've got like our bow outlines, we've got our words. I'm gonna show you guys how to get to this point, but we need to go get the files that we want as well as the font. So we're gonna be using the university font today. And we're gonna be using this bow file, which is, everything is linked in the description if you guys need it. So let's go over here. We'll go to fonts first. I probably have this font installed already, but just for the sake of making sure we've got it all and for showing you guys how to download fonts, you can just go to makersgonnalearn.com, go to our fonts, type in university, and you can get the font. Now, we have the dollar deal link below, don't we? Do we have the dollar deal linked?
Yes.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you guys want to get in today and get these files, you can sign up for Makers Gonna Learn for $1 and you get 20 files included with that. You can keep forever, and this can be one of them. So just a little bit of information. So this is the font we're going to be using. I'm going to select this little download icon and it's going to pop up here into a zip folder. From there, I'm just going to click that folder open and it's going to pop into either your File Explorer or your Finder, depending on if you're a Mac user or a PC user. And then we're just going to click on the font. So I'm going to click that and it's going to pop up with these two different dialog boxes. All you need to do is hit Install Font. And then we need to reload Design Space. So we'll go back to Design Space and go up here to View and Reload. You can force reload too, it's like same difference. And then hit Replace. Beautiful. Oh, someone said I saw a side bow, but instead of a bow, it was Santa boots. I saw a Christmas tree and a pair of scissors. I thought the scissors would be really cute for like if you're a crafter to put like maker or crafty or something cute like that.
That would be really cute.
Yeah, you can really get creative. Like
you could get very creative with this.
Yeah, you could do like little elf feet or like witch feet at Halloween. I mean, I don't know. There's lots of things you could do.
We also had a friend ask, could you use a fabric fuse spray? Now, we've never used a fabric fuse spray, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say, or I don't even want to say yes or no. I don't know. It could be.
Like how strong is it? Like a temporary, like?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust that. But if you are
experienced,
then
I'm also like, I want it to be like a super, super strong hold.
Like I'm trying to make that baby safer. I'm trying to pass the sweater down to my grandchildren. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we got our font. Now we need to go get our bow. Let's go get the bow. I'm hoping it's the first one on our cut files because I mean, y'all, this baby is fresh. It's probably not even there. It should be though. SOS.
Hold on. Let me
there it is. My heart skipped a beat. I was like, it's not on the website. So just type in bow, or you can click the link in the description, and then we're going to download it. Now, we did give you guys a PNG and an SVG version, so if you just wanted to use this bow for cute Christmas crafts, you can use it for print and cut and things like that. But I'm gonna pop this open. If you don't see it in your recent download history, go to your File Explorer, go to your Finder, and then look in your downloads or your recents, and your folder should be there. So this one's called bow74.zip. I'm gonna open this up and then I'm just gonna leave this right here. Now that SVG does not look like the right SVG, but maybe it's just a glitch. So we're gonna go over
to Matrix.
I had a glitch in the Matrix today. I have to tell you guys about it in a minute. Okay, we're gonna upload our image. I'm gonna find my Finder and drag and drop this SVG. That's the wrong image. Can we let somebody know?
Yes.
Okay, so with that being said, I am gonna go ahead and upload it from my, I had already uploaded it onto, whatchamdoodle, into Canva, into Cricut. Not me calling it Canva. So we're just gonna add it from there, okay? Now, whenever you pull in this particular file, this SVG, there are two layers, okay? So whenever I have it selected, it looks like you're like, oh, it's just one image. Oh, it's just got one little layer over here. Well, there's an arrow. So if you click that arrow, you can see that there are two sub-layers underneath it. So it comes in as a grouped SVG. So two layers. If we ungroup it, you can see now that there is an outline layer and then this layer back here, okay? So we are gonna be cutting this out of fabric and this out of vinyl. Easy enough, right? But we need to make sure that we've got our sizing right. And I actually really love the size that we have on this one. It's pretty big. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. It takes up a lot of vinyl cutting these bows, but like it's on the side, so I feel like it needs to be kind of big.
It has to be.
Yeah.
For it to like show up.
Yeah, I just think it looks better that way. So that's the size I'm gonna go with. So I'm just gonna measure this one, and then you guys can base your measurements off of this. So from the top of the bow to like the bottom of the tail, it's 9 inches tall, and then it ends up being like about 6.5 wide. So whenever you resize these, make sure you're resizing them together. So I'm gonna click and select them both, click, drag, and select them both. And then for the height, I'm just gonna type in 9. Make sure this little lock right here stays locked. If it looks like that, lock it back. Okay, we need this to size proportionally. If it's unlocked, it'll get like all warped and wonky looking, and it's not cute. It's like a pet peeve of mine. Okay, so we've got this bow, and we actually are gonna need 2 of these. So I'm gonna select it, duplicate it. Easy enough, right? Now for the front of your sweatshirt, you're gonna need to measure. I personally like to fill these up, especially for a Christmas sweater. Like, I want it to be big, I want it to be bold, I want it to be borderline tacky. Like, that's the rules, you know, it's Christmas.
I don't make the rules.
I don't make the rules. That just is the rules.
Actually, according to everybody else, we must be the Christmas rule makers.
Oh, see, we are. This is the rule. Then
somehow at some point we must have got a promotion.
Like we as makers gonna learn.
No, Tanner.
Oh, Tanner. Oh, because his video on Sunday. Did you guys watch Tanner's video on Sunday? Yeah,
we were laughing about it yesterday.
Tanner's the only one that can like handle the internet like that. I don't even want to make videos like that. I'm like, they're gonna come for me. And Tanner's so good at wording things. I'm like, if I said that, they'd have my head.
Oh, for sure. I've got my head chewed off a couple times.
We both have. One time we deleted one of my videos.
We deleted a couple of mine too.
Yeah, I can't handle it. I'm just here to make friends, you know? Anyways, okay, so this is like 11.5 wide, okay? So let's talk about how we get our letters arched and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna zoom out.
So while you're doing that, Carla asked, how do you drag and drop a file? So if you're uploading from your Finder, like where your files are stored, whether it's your Finder or your...
Do you want me to show her?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys how to drag and drop the PNG version of this bow, just to show you how you can do this with an SVG, whatever type of file. So if you want to drag and drop a file, go to upload, and then we're gonna go to upload image. And then this is where you would drag it into, but then you need to open up your Finder or your File Explorer, okay? Go find your file, if it's in your downloads, your recents, whatever. And then you're just gonna click and drag.
Yeah, it's like if you just pull it up and it's smaller than the window behind it, you just click on it to highlight it, move, don't let up on your mouse, move it, and then let your mouse go when you see that little box turn green.
Yes. Exactly.
Very easy.
Very easy. I'm burning up. Are y'all hot?
Nope.
It's got to be 75 degrees in here.
I'm fine.
You're
just a firecracker, girl.
That must be what it is. I'm roast. I've been hot since we walked in here.
Girl, you're hot every day. I don't know what you're talking about.
Thanks, girl. Are you flirting? Okay, so we got our font downloaded. I'm going to open up a text box. So just hit this little T over here. Let me bring this baby on down. Okay, when I first started this, I wanted to have the word Merry. It was gonna say Merry, you know, like Merry Christmas. And then I tried to cut Merry like 3 times and I was like, never mind, okay? It was too small, even at 11.5 inches wide. And I'll say this too, we need a new rotary cutter. We have one on the way. I don't know where it's at because we ordered it like over a week ago, but my rotary cutter blade was not sharp and my fine point blade was like getting caught up in the fabric, and it's really going to depend, like the quality of your cut can really depend heavily on the type of fabric you're using. So
I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because let's bring up the fact that if you go and get a really pretty Christmas plaid, do not get a flannel.
Yes. So this
is that a flannel?
No, it's not. Okay. It's cotton. It's cotton. But we did buy some flannels, which I did not try to cut them. I didn't try to cut those ones.
A flannel cannot be, I don't feel like a flannel material could be, there's no way that a fine point blade could cut a flannel material. Even bonded, I think that it would be iffy. You actually want to look for a cheaper made, thinner fabric for this project. If you have, if you're not going to be using a rotary blade. I know it sounds crazy, but like those thin, stiff fabrics actually work better with the Cricut Explorer series than like a good, solid, like well-made fabric.
Yeah, I agree.
Just like felt. Yes. You can cut that thin, stiff cheap felt on your Explore series.
Yes.
But like a good thicker wool, you can't cut.
Right. So
I mean, you can on a Maker with a rotary blade, not
Yes.
on an Explore with a fine point blade.
Right. So it's going to depend on what you have access to and which kind of blades you have and all of that. So this is like a thinner, just a plaid fabric. It's called tartan. I don't know how you say it. Tartan. Just a classic Christmas plaid. Okay, that's what we wanted to go for here.
Oh, Susan made a good point. The ones with metallic like strips, you know, like the metallic through them, they're so pretty. Don't try to cut them with a fine point blade.
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, love that. So, anyways, I'm going to give you guys some more tips as we go along as far as fabric and stuff, but that is my first couple of tips. So, big letters, simple words. You're not going to want to put a whole Merry Christmas on your sweatshirt. That's too many letters. It's too much detail. You need to think simple, big, bold. That's why I went with joy. So I'm going to go ahead and type that out. And then I'm going to hit Command A. It's going to select everything in my text box. And did you guys know, oh, we must not have updated in here yet. Now the text box in Cricut is on this left panel like it is in Canva. It looks just like Canva.
What?
It's not like this anymore. It's over here and your screen will bump over like Canva.
What do you mean, text box?
Like this is right here now, like permanent. You can't move it anymore.
In the new?
In Design Space.
When did that happen?
I don't know, last week it started doing it to me.
What?
Yep.
Hold up. Hold the phone.
I'm gonna type in University, that's my font, and then I'm gonna click it. Okay, and then from here,
I guess I've not updated because I can still move mine, thank God.
maybe I'm in beta over here.
You can't move it?
I can, I'm just saying that's probably why it hasn't updated. Like maybe I'm in beta on this version. I don't know though. Okay, so we've got our letter, but we need to get this really pretty arch. Now, you can come in here and curve this, but I want to show you guys what the difference between curving and arching is, okay? Because there is a difference, and we don't want to curve it. Not for this one, okay? So you can select this little curve right here, and then you can kind of like curve it like that. You guys see where the space in between the letters, how it's just kind of, what it's doing is sticking the bottom of these letters on an axis, and then when the axis curves, it's pulling the letters down. So when I come back, let's go back to 0. What I want to do is arch it, okay? So I want to like arch everything up. So when I go to this warp right here, which is a Cricut access feature, you can click check it out. And I like to use this number 5 option. When I select that, can you guys see how it just kind of arches it up rather than like fanning it out? It's not fanning, it's just bending. Does that make sense? We don't want to fan, we want to bend everything. So you're going to fan it just like that, okay? And that would be it if you were just wanting to cut joy out and make it arched. But we want to have that outline, right? We need to have the outline. So what I'm going to do is add an offset, nothing crazy. 0.25 is pretty good. And I'm going to hit apply. Now, if we just stop there, our entire offset would be filled in. I really just want the outline of it. Personally.
Ew.
What?
I did switch to beta, and it does do that, and I don't like it.
Oh.
Ugh. I'm going back to live.
Go back. Okay, so I'm going to select both of those and hit align and center just to make sure it's centered back up. So select them both. I'm going to slice the words out of the offset. Okay. Now, when I do this, you can see right here, I'm not getting the option to slice. And that's because we use the warp feature, and look, it's got multiple layers. It makes it think that it has multiple layers. It really technically doesn't, but let me show you how to fix it.
Okay, before you go any further, at some point, we've already had people saying they don't have Cricut access.
Okay.
Can we show them how to do a quick warp
In Canva?
Well, can
Or
we
just-
not do it like in Photopea easily? I thought you could easily.
Yeah,
We have a tutorial on how to do it, I thought.
we do. Let's go over here. and I will open it up.
I'm sorry to throw you off.
No, that's okay.
I know that we have people that are going to ask, and that
Yes.
actually have already asked. And there are ways you can do it without Cricut access.
Okay, so
Maybe not.
yeah.
Actually, with the work with like the text Joy.
Well, I would have to like go to Canva, save it as an image.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will work on how to do a warp text, and that might be an upcoming video.
Yeah, maybe we'll have a master class on it.
Yeah.
Because this is something that's very trendy. But also you guys can, and I'm just going to give this as an option. I want to see what this would look like. If we just manually did it, like if we typed out Joy, it's obviously not going to give us this like angled letter situation.
Right.
But you could ungroup to letters and I'm just trying to think of an alternative for you guys.
Just do it straight across.
What do you mean?
Like just the word like joy. Just joy.
Keep it like that. Yeah, that's cute too. And you still like the university fonts. I feel like is really cute.
I think
in
that would
itself.
be really cute if you just did Mary straight across, no arch.
Yeah, yeah.
And it could work.
Oh, and that's what we did on the other one. I don't know.
We
where
just
that's
I moved it. Oh, I'll show
the
'em.
original sweatshirt we did do Mary and we did not arch it. But I think the rotary blade gave out after this one here. You can see. So if you wanted to do something like this, I think this is really cute too. No arch. So you don't have to do the arch, right? Still super cute. Okay, moving on. So we need to get from here to here. Now, if I try to, hello, why? Okay, if I try to select both the Joy and the offset and try to slice them, it's not gonna let me do it because we have warped our text. Normally, if you're cutting 2 layers together, you can slice 2 layers. But for some reason, Cricut Design Space, since we warped it, it's a little confused and it's like, you've got more than 2 layers. You can't slice it, but like, okay, whatever, Cricut Design Space. So I'm gonna click on the warp text, not the offset, just the warp text, okay? We're gonna go down here to these combine menus. I'm gonna select that and we're gonna hit unite. Now, you might think, oh, you should be able to do it now. Let's see. Selecting both layers, you still can't slice it, okay? So then we're gonna click that layer again, the one that we just united, go down to combine and merge layers. We're virtually welding this, okay? And so now if I select that layer with the offset, it's gonna give me the option to slice, okay? And then I'm just gonna select slice, and then I can pull out these extra layers if my Design Space wants to help me out. I don't know why it's not letting me grab anything. So then you've got your Joy and your outline and you're good to go, okay? Now, I already cut these, so I'm just gonna delete them. I already cut them out before because I was like, I don't wanna keep you guys here forever and ever and ever. Now let's go to the make it screen. I'm gonna go make. We are using an Explore 3. Now I've been cutting with my maker, so I'm really having faith in this Explore machine right now, okay? So let's me move and get a good work. This project takes up so much space. Is merge layers reversible? I think so. Let me go back. Is it? We already deleted the ones that we merged. But
Okay.
yeah, I think it is reversible. I think the only thing that's not reversible is the weld in the combination menu. Okay, so we've got our bows. Now you can fit 2 of these bows on one mat. So instead of cutting out each one of these out individually, we're gonna go down here and make sure your bow is selected and hit these 3 little dots. We're gonna hit move object. I'm gonna move it to this first mat and hit confirm. And look, you can see we've got both bows right here. We can cut both of those on one mat. As long as you've got vinyl big enough to cover the whole mat, you should be good to go. And then for these bows as well, we can do the same thing. As long as your fabric is big enough to cover the mat, you can just hit those 3 dots, move an object, and then put them all on one mat. I think my fabric's big enough for that. And then from there, we will just select continue. And listen, as long as your joy is under 11.5 inches, you can cut that all on one mat too. So I think 11.75 is the biggest you can cut on a 12 by 12 Cricut mat. So just FYI. All right, let's cut our vinyl first. So I've got my Strong Grit mat. I've got my glitter vinyl. Let's open this up. The name of the bow file is, if you just bow, yeah, like if you just type in bow in our files, it'll pop up.
But if you give us a few minutes.
Yeah, we've got to fix the SVG.
We've got to fix the issue. Let me see if it has been fixed.
Oops.
Hold on, let me go to our website and see. Give me just a second.
Okay, so you can't warp a, Catherine had a good question.
No,
Can you slice before you warp? Once you warp it, it kind of turns it into like an image. It's not in that text format, so it doesn't work the same. It won't let you.
Oh, it's now changed to Red Bow.
Okay.
The file is now, the name of it is now Red Bow.
Red Bow.
But let me download it and make sure that when I open it up, it's the same.
This glitter is
okay.
thick,
Yes, it's
Donna.
fixed now. Both the SVG and PNG are the same. It is under Red Bow.
Beautiful. Okay, so I am just sticking this glitter cardstock, this glitter vinyl down, and y'all, this is a thick boy. This is like that song, I need a big pour.
Oh, Donna said that glitter looks so much thicker than Caesar. Yeah, it is.
Yes, it's thick.
Unfortunately.
Which a lot of glitter vinyls are thick, like just in general. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna braid this baby down, and listen, I'm taping it. Okay, you do you, but I'm taping it because it just makes me nervous. Really, the fabric is what you want to make sure to definitely tape down, because that fabric gets snagged and wants to move. Okay. Secure. Back in cutting this on glitter iron-on. Right here. And hit done. And then it automatically turned my mirror on for me. Love that update. And then we're gonna just slide this in. Now make sure whenever you put your vinyl on your mat that you're putting it shiny side down. So we're actually cutting the vinyl. We're not cutting the carrier sheet, okay? So you can see if we go overhead, this is really shiny and glossy on the front. This is the side that needs to go down to the mat, okay? So shiny side down, you can see this is a little bit more matte on this side. It's not so glossy. That's the side you need to be looking at, and that's the side that gets cut. Okay, so let's load this in. I've got a fine point blade in here right now. Beautiful. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody out there?
There is a, just in case anybody was wondering, when the warp feature came out last year, I did a video. I can't link the video because I'm not logged into Makers Gonna Learn. And if you're not logged into our main account, I can't, like somebody else can't drop links in our chat. But if you will just search Makers Gonna Learn warp, it's the first video. It's called New Cricut Warp Text Feature and How to Do It for Free. And I teach you how you can warp fonts for free in Photopea.
Yes.
Photopea, whatever you want to call it.
Super easy.
Yeah.
The Tea with Miss P says, it's not always the shiny side that goes down. You are correct, but if you're using this specific vinyl, you do want to put shiny side down because the carrier sheet is shiny. But you are right in that some carrier sheets are more matte than the vinyl. Like with Puff. Puff is a really good example. Some of the HTV Ront vinyls have a matte carrier sheet. We learned that one the hardest way you could possibly imagine. We brought HTV Ront vinyl to an event and we had never used it. Oh yeah, like with hundreds of young children. Yeah, that was a good fun time for us. That was
You know, they asked us to volunteer again, and I just told her, I said, Amber, actually, I just did.
The old Irish goodbye, sort of.
I'm good at an Irish goodbye.
Yeah.
I can admit that about myself.
Yeah, it's okay. We still love you.
I'm glad.
Holly pulled an Irish goodbye when we were decorating Tanner Courtney's house for Christmas. I was like, I've been working with Holly all day on stuff, and she just left. She just left. I was like, Nathan was still there. I said, where's Holly? He said she left. I was like, oh, okay, see ya. Okay, our bows are cut. Let me make sure before you remove it from.
So I just want you to know that the green of your shirt is the almost exact same green as that.
Do I look like a floating head? Did I stand here? I was thinking this morning, I was like, you know what? I'm going to match the set today.
I like it. You did.
I did, totally. This is probably my favorite brand color. And we don't use this brand color a lot, but this is probably my favorite one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and weed this before I take it off of the mat. These are relatively easy to weed. Now, I'll say if you're working with glitter vinyl, a lot of times it likes to tear. So if it's not cut really well, it may tear your actual design. So be really careful when you're weeding it that you don't do that. And we are not weeding out the outline. We want to keep the outline and remove the innards of the bow. Okay, so it's going to look like this. And then obviously we'll remove this like outer edge. Let me tear off this tape. Voiced.
Carrie said that an Irish goodbye is the opposite of a Midwestern goodbye is, well, all right, I'm going to be leaving. And 30 minutes later, well, that's good to see you.
That's me. I'm like, okay. And then you have to tell, I don't know, maybe this is a Southern thing, but like, you got to tell everybody you love them. Do you do that at your family, in your like family stuff? Everybody tells everybody they love them before they buy.
I'm normally just say, love you, see you, bye. I just walk out.
Just one?
Yeah, to everybody. Love you, see you, bye.
I could never. Oh, yeah. And then you, like, my family, they would be like, at the next gathering, they'd be like, yeah, at Christmas you left and you didn't even say goodbye to me. Like, you've got to say, like, love you, bye, hug, like, to everybody.
Oh, no. I'm a love you, see you, bye. I'll walk out the door.
That's so funny. I mean, everybody's different.
Well,
I guess I'll be heading out here.
Celeste, no, you don't need to buy a ticket or register for the event on the 29th. It is free to everyone who decides to come. What we are doing, if you want to be one of the first people to know about the big Black Friday deal that we have going on, you can give us your email and get on that list. We are giving our members early access to that amazing deal that we have very, very limited spots for. Truly. Like, I know that we said it yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. We don't know if we're like chopping our legs off at the knee for this. Like, are we going to be later on in the year realize that we gave you such a good deal that we're filling it in the back end? Like, I don't know. It's a dang good deal. I'll say that.
It truly is. Okay, Yuns. Put your heat press on a medium. I'm sorry, on a high. On high. We normally use the hand. We're going to use it on high today. High. So put it all the way up to the hottest heat setting. Oh, discovered that Ruby likes Michael Jackson.
Love that even more.
I know. Honestly, who is she?
Is that girl? I mean,
she is like a pop queen.
She is an icon. She is the icon. She is the moment.
She's like dancing her butt off to a Michael Jackson song while I was decorating for Christmas, and I was like, "Are you into Michael Jackson?" Okay. Because you know she like loves some Chapel Roan.
I know.
She's upset. She doesn't really get what is happening. Go get me the off-brand.
What's wrong with it?
It's like not staying on. I knew I turned it on already.
That's the whole thing.
It's not staying, it'll like turn itself off.
So that's what was wrong. I was using that one. I was literally just using that one.
I know, I used it all morning.
No, there's another one on your desk. We have 2 of those in there. I had one and you had one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, heck, we use the far out of these, so I'm not really surprised. I mean, we literally use them all the time. This off-brand one's been working pretty good, but it beeps when it's going to go off like a lot.
I guess that kind of makes sense because like I noticed that I would turn it on and I would go to test some stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like not
Not
working.
hot enough.
No, because it had turned off and I just kept thinking, oh, I must have just hit it and turned it off on accident. Not a big deal. I just kept on going with it.
That's hilarious. Okay, well, I want that to heat up because before I put my heat and bond on my fabric, we need to make sure to iron our fabric, okay? So, I've got my heat and bond. This is technically sewable, but we're not sewing. We're ironing this on. Okay. So it comes all folded up like this, but we don't need all this, you know? We just need like a little strippy poo. So I'm just gonna cut this. Let's cut about that much. You'll measure with your heart, you know? That's how I do it. Okay, beautiful. That should be big enough. As long as it's covering the areas that we want to cut, you should be good. Do I know what I'm doing here? No. Here we go. It's still wrong. It's okay. Okay, and then, so yeah, while this is heating up, I'm gonna go ahead and try to iron some of this down. I had a little pressing mat, but if you don't have a pressing mat, you can just iron that baby down. And it's good to iron your fabric anyways if you're sewing or anything like that, just because you don't want to have any bubbles or bumps, and everything will iron on smoothly if your fabric is on smooth. Okay. So we're just going to iron that out. Does anybody have questions?
Not so far.
Put a sticker or something on the bad one so you know which one doesn't work. You know what? That's a good idea.
Just putting eggs on it. Okay. Got it.
She's alive, but she's dead. But she's alive.
She'll work.
The Osborne Brothers song, Ruby. Is that Ruby, 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 Ruby?
That's Osborne Brothers is bluegrass. Ruby, 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 Ruby is like a...
Like a funky.
Oh, what you doing to me? I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know who sings it though.
I don't either, but that's the one I always think of.
Yeah.
And then Georgia's is the Alan Stone. Georgia, the song by Alan Stone. Y'all gotta look that song up if you haven't. I need this iron to iron better. Can y'all see my wrinkles? This fabric was really wrinkly, to be fair. I've had to iron all these pieces like a bunch. And we're pretty much filling up the whole 12 by 12 mat, so this hour has flown by. What the heck?
Yeah. Yeah, girl, it has.
Nikki is my favorite Lauren quote, measure once, cuss twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Good
It's a wonder that I don't cuss.
It is a wonder, honestly. Either of us. Look how, y'all, this is why I say that I'm so talented.
What do you mean?
Look, I measured my heart and it fits perfectly.
You stress me out, girl.
I'm just saying. Special talent. I'm also really good at guessing measurements. Like if you held your arms out, I would be like 47. And then we would measure it. Me and Trey do this game at home all the time. So I would measure it and it would be exactly.
I would love to see.
Okay, where's
Hold
my
on,
tape
I'm
measure?
coming.
Where's my tape measure at? Does it go to 47?
I don't know.
Hold on. Intermission.
I'm not moving my arms though. I gotta know
What
this.
I say? 47. This ain't
You
big
said
enough.
47.
Do something smaller because I can't read. Like, oh, here we go. It just don't go to 47. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does, girl.
52.
You're off by 5.
Okay.
That was close. That was closer than I could have got.
That was really close. That was a big one. When it gets I mean,
Okay,
I'm like 36
we need to get back to
inches
the
or
crafts. Yo.
Normally my party trick, you guys. Okay, anyways, it's because I just did this one, so like, I can't do 2, you know. Anyways, so we're gonna put, our fabric is ironed, we're gonna put our heat and bond on here, and we're just gonna iron this on. Now, if you have any like of the heat and bond material showing, just put you a little Teflon sheet over here. It's good to have a Teflon sheet around if you're working with fabric a lot and heat and bond, just because it doesn't stick, you know. It helps protect your iron. And I can tell that the heat and bond is sticking. Maybe you guys can tell through the camera, like over here I haven't ironed it yet, and so it's still kind of white.
Yeah, we can see.
Can you tell?
Yeah, you can tell when it kind of like tacks down. It just gets like a darker color to it.
Yeah, and you can see the pattern through it in real life. Like, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I can. And we just want to make sure this is on here good. I'm going to go around the whole thing. Okay. Honestly, don't cut your heat and bond as close as I did. Measure it out. Make sure it's going to fit everything. Okay. So I'm going to now trim my fabric all the way around. And then we're going to put it on our mat and cut it.
People are asking, and I may not have just even been paying attention to you.
What?
I'm sorry. Is there a wrong and right side to your fabric?
No, not this one, but you may have a wrong and a right side to your fabric.
You might.
So you need to apply the heat and bond. If it's patterned on one side and not on the other, you need to put the heat and bond on the non-patterned side. And also if it's directional, like if it's like an image of Santa or something, make sure you're not putting this on wrong. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's on the back, and like whenever you go to cut it, you need to make sure that Santa's face is up and you don't accidentally cut it with his face down. So just think about stuff like that whenever. But this is not really a directional fabric because it's just plaid. But I could definitely cut this crooked and it would like make it look weird. So if you're working with plaid, you want to make sure to just keep it as straight as possible. Okay. I don't really want to trim much off the top and the bottom because, as you guys saw, it fits perfectly. I want everyone to know that I bought 6 new pairs of scissors for the office. I'm not using them, but I did buy new scissors. So we are going into Christmas with new scissors that work, because half the time our scissors don't work. Now that line's crooked, but I don't want to trim any of that bottom area off. Okay. Then get your mat. Now you can see I did not protect my mat. If you want to protect your mat and make it last longer, you can put down a piece of transfer tape, put it non-sticky side down, and so your sticky side is up, and it basically creates like a mat cover. And so when you put your fabric on there, it doesn't, like, it's not gonna, what am I trying to say? When you put your fabric down, it's not gonna stick to your mat, okay? So, actually turn it this way. Okay, and then we're gonna take our brayer. And y'all, I am taping this bad boy down. It is not coming off. I'm actually also gonna trim off this excess. I really like trimming the excess with an X-Acto knife or a true control knife, just to keep it nice and crisp lines. Okay, and then we're just gonna tape all the way around.
Okay. Paulina says, I'm trying to buy the year membership, but I keep getting a critical error message from the website. I've entered my info twice. Paulina, if you will email customer service hi@makersgonnalearn.com, they will get you taken care of if you are wanting to jump in with yearly membership. And they will get you that deal for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Listen, I left too big of a gap up here, and I told y'all I don't trust this. So then I'm gonna bray over my tape. I mean, this is not moving, you know? It ain't gonna move. Okay, let's go into design space, and we are gonna be cutting these bows out, and actually, just the way that, you see how close that bow on the right is to the edge of the mat? My fabric was kind of short a little bit on the right side, so I'm gonna go back. So I'm just gonna hit cancel really quick. And I'm gonna actually rotate this bow. You can move these pretty much wherever you want. And I'm gonna squeeze it in. I really want it to be a lot closer because my fabric was kind of short over here on the side. So this just gives me a little bit more room for error. And I think that that's gonna be perfect. I'm using blue painter's tape, just thin blue painter's tape. And then you wanna make sure that you mirror your image. I know this is a symmetrical image, but just for the sake of staying in a habit, whenever you cut fabric with the heat and bond on the back, you're cutting it from the back side. So anything you're cutting from the back needs to be mirrored. Just keep that in your head. If you're cutting it from the back, it needs to be mirrored. Okay, so I'm gonna hit mirror, hit continue, and we're gonna actually be cutting this on bonded cotton.
Yes.
So
the key to this, honestly, is making sure, putting your fabric face down when you are cutting it with, especially with an Explore Series machine, strictly because that fine point blade can sometimes get snagged on the fibers in your fabric. So the bonding helps keep those fibers together and give you a much cleaner cut. So that's why I personally think that you need to cut it on the bonded side.
why is it not popping up?
Because you were using a maker and they're named different things.
I know, but I typed in fabric. I mean, we could use fusible fabric. I want fused fabric, printable fabric. We could do bonded polyester. What I would like to do.
So is there no bonded cotton? Just did you
not
type in
even,
cotton?
there's no even cotton, no.
And you typed in fabric. Just go to the fabric section.
Okay.
Just scroll down. No. Just scroll.
Okay.
They're all separated out. Do you
Yeah.
see? And it keeps all the.
My alarm was going on. Yep. So what I think we should do. Yeah, these are all vinyl. I think we should just
Did
go.
you not see it?
See what?
So right there, that's the fabric section.
Yes.
So then you have to just choose from one of those if it's not in there.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
would
saying.
just do the polyester bonded then.
Yeah, I think polyester bonded would be the closest thing to cotton.
Yeah.
And just keep it on default pressure, and then we will go ahead and send this in. Okay, so it's mirrored. We're using polyester bonded. Do not eject your mat from this machine until you know that it is cut all the way through. Okay.
They're saying that you were on compatible materials instead of all materials at the top. I didn't realize that was a thing, if we're being honest.
I don't know, you guys. Hold on. We'll go look in 1 second.
Okay.
Or should I pause it and see? We'll cancel it and go back. Let's reconnect. I think I was on all material as at first. Okay. Browse all materials. Okay, so we were here, but we need to be here. Nope.
Okay.
So we're just gonna go with polyester bonded.
Sounds good.
Unless you're using a Maker Series, that case you're gonna use bonded cotton. We'll load this in. Like I said, let it cut. Do not remove it from your Cricut machine until you know that it's cut, because we can send this back through the machine and recut it again. But if you eject it and try to put it back in, the cuts don't line up and it'll just like make it look bad. So we're gonna go ahead and hit go, and it's gonna start cutting. Okay, a fresh blade is also a really good thing to remember too. The trilogy is being in the process of about to be printed. So the trilogy was more of like a pre-order, like a pre-sale. But y'all, they're amazing. I know that you're super excited about them, so just be patient. They'll be coming to you guys very soon.
We just want to make sure that you get the absolute best version that we put forward.
Yes. Is Tech Wrap any good? Yes, it's amazing. They have incredible colors. They do have custom cut settings. So you kind of have to like get with your machine and figure out the custom cut settings. We actually did a video on this as well, and it was like, is Tech Wrap that good or something? I don't know. We didn't like it at first because we didn't know how to get the cut settings right. But then once we figured out the cut settings, we were like, oh, it's really good vinyl though. Okay, I am not gonna pull this up until I know it's cut. It cut like butter. It cut so good. Okay, so let's say hypothetically speaking, yours did not cut through. All you need to do is hit the little go button one time, give it a second, it'll send it back through and cut it again, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and unload this, and we're gonna remove all of this excess fabric. And sometimes it'll snag. That's just kind of the nature of cutting fabric on your Cricut. So you gotta be mindful of that. And a lot of times I'll just peel it all off.
So we did have a friend just ask, we don't need to use the rotary blade. So fun fact, in case you guys didn't know, if you bond a thin cotton fabric, although there is not bonded cotton on your Explorer Series machine, you can cut it with a fine point blade. Now, just know that it's gonna work better if you either have a brand new fine point blade loaded, or you have a designated fine point fabric blade. In case you guys didn't know already, Cricut has a pink housing, which is called their fabric blade for the Explorer Series. Fun fact, the pink housing is just the exact same housing as the silver fine point blade housing. It's just made to coordinate with the pink fabric grip mat. Kind of like you're not gonna use your paper scissors to cut fabric and you're not gonna use your fabric scissors to cut paper. They kind of, it's the same concept, because your blade is gonna dull over time, especially if you're cutting a lot of vinyl, you're cutting a lot of paper, it's going to start dulling your blade. So a very sharp new blade is going to cut fabric so much better and cleaner than a well-used fine point blade.
Period. Okay.
Period.
I'm just detaching this.
Did it have a couple little fibers?
Yeah, I always do, really.
And that is why you want to try your best to use a new blade every time. Not ours was new, but you can see even with a new blade how it still sometimes will not cut like 2 or 3 of those little fibers.
Yeah. I mean, it's just barely snagged, and you want to just make sure you don't accidentally cut into like the bow. You just want to cut those teeny weeny fibers. Okay. See how cute? And then I'll set that to the side, and then we've got this one. It really snagged like at these little corners.
Ooh, we had a friend say, any ideas why when I measure something in Design Space, say I make it 3 inches, and then I cut my vinyl to 3 inches, why it cuts more than 3 inches? Am I crazy? Fun fact, you're not crazy, but what happens is Design Space actually gives itself about, I would think about 1/4 of an inch room for error, and I'm sure that's probably what your margins of error is with your cuts. It's not a lot, just a little bit. So what happens is Design Space takes your cut file that you're going to cut the vinyl out of, and it actually bumps it down and to the left about 1/4 of an inch. So when you have your 3 by 3 inch square of vinyl that you've cut out and you put it over there in the top left hand corner to cut, that's why it's throwing it off. It's not that it is any bigger, it's just Design Space automatically gives itself that room for error. So that's why you have to, even if you have something 3 inches, you do need to try your best to cut your vinyl about 3.5 by 3.5.
Sorry,
I have a feeling that's probably what's happening.
I needed my pressing mat for this because the seams get so lumpy under here. Okay, so we're gonna do the sides first before we do our words and all that. So I'm just taking this Cricut heat press mat and we're gonna put it right underneath here under the seam where our bow is going. Is that a good view? Okay, this is what you're not gonna do. Oh, it's ready to be ironed on. I'm gonna iron this on and then I'm gonna go in and put my vinyl on. No, 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 no. Don't do that, okay? We're gonna line this up. First of all, let me iron this. It is wrinkly. They must like throw these in the box and then hang them at Hobby Lobby because it is wrinkly as heck. So make sure the area that you're actually applying this to is free of fuzz and all that. Don't have my lint roller, but nothing a little transfer tape can't grab up. Okay. Beautiful. I'm just going to slide that up for a second. Now, this is the front side of my bows. This is the back, so it's sticky, right? I don't want that to fall off. We'll just do that. Okay, so you need to take your bow, all right, your little bow that we just cut out, the fabric part, and we're going to line this up to our outlines. Just stay with me, okay? This is the best way to get it perfectly lined up. And you guys remember at the top of the show, we were showing you the first sweatshirt we did and we could not get it lined up. It's because we applied the fabric to the side seams and then we cut it and it just wasn't exactly where it was supposed to go. Because we do have to iron these on separately. So you're gonna be putting the fabric on first and then the HTV. But we need to make sure it's all lined up first. So I'm gonna go ahead and separate these two. Okay. And then we're gonna bring our sweatshirt back into frame. Got little black threads everywhere. Okay, now you can check on the front and make sure everything's lined up, which it is. And then I'm gonna pull these tails down to the bottom edge of my sweatshirt. My tails are just touching the edge, right there. This middle of the bow is gonna line up with your seam. That's how I line things up. Okay, this seam's a little crooked, like it was sewn crooked, but that's how I like to make it as central as I can. Okay. You know what I didn't do after all that? Before you do that, take off your take off your heat and bond protectant. I like to use a weeding tool to get this off sometimes because it does not want to come off. So you're just going to peel off your heat and bond very carefully.
So we did have somebody say, what about using a deep point blade? I mean, if you want to try it with a deep point blade, you can.
I don't see why it would really.
I don't see why you couldn't.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Now, don't go in with your iron. Okay. We just need this to be lined up exactly where we want it. So what I've done is I'll come in here and I'm gonna lift up a corner of just the HTV, leaving the fabric down, okay? So I'm just gonna hold it up. I'm basically tacking this bow down exactly where it needs to be in all 4 corners. So I'm gonna tack that portion down, and then I'm gonna come up down here and peel this back just a little bit. These tails are really what'll get you. Okay, we're gonna tack those down. And then I'm gonna pull up this corner, tack that down. And then after we get everything tacked where we need it, we can pull up our HTV. And it's gonna stay exactly where we need it to. And now we can go in and iron this down. Now you can put a Teflon sheet over this if you want to avoid it sticking to your iron, but I haven't had any issues so far, so I think it's okay. You can see why you wanna make sure your fabric has been ironed out so it sticks really good. And also really go over that seam right there to make sure it's gonna stick. Now I'm gonna repeat this on the other side too, so y'all can really get it drilled in your head. But that's the best way I figured to get it on there without making everything unaligned. Okay. And then we're just gonna line our vinyl back up. Beautiful. And then we're just gonna press it on. Super easy. Does anybody have questions about that process? Is that Lauren typing on the keyboard? I can hear her fingernails.
Yeah.
Do you guys like that sound? I do.
Sorry.
I love hearing people type on a keyboard.
My bad. I'll stop.
Light Grip Performance Machine Mat?
I have no clue.
Okay. Has anyone tried this, like actually applique style? Like, what is my vinyl doing?
I would love to find out.
I would love to know if you sewers out there have tried this.
So Jennifer has a good question.
Okay.
Is there a reason why you can't press them both at the same time, since the red is technically overlapping the fabric and there's not a...
I mean, yeah, if you're not, yeah, I guess technically you could.
I mean, like, could we maybe try it on the other side of this one?
Yeah, we can try it.
Because normally when we layer the HTV, we pull it back strictly because there's another layer of that, like a carrier sheet between them.
Yeah.
But there's not a layer between these two.
Right.
And all of it should...
I think I was using puff in the beginning, and so
that's
I
why?
was doing it separately. Okay. But yeah, no, that's a really good question, honestly. And for some reason, it doesn't want to stick.
Here, I'm just gonna... Wait, not that sound. That was the chair. ASMR.
Oh gosh, my left bow side doesn't want to stick. ASMR. I love some ASMR. Yeah, we're just gonna lay them down all together on the other side, but look how cute that is. I need to take the Teflon sheet and go back over this really quick. Did I bring it?
I'll go get it.
I got it. It's just sitting right here.
So did April ask what is ASMR? ASMR is an autonomous sensory meridian response. Say that 3 times fast.
Autosensory meridian response. It's something that makes your brain feel tingly, and not everyone's are different. So some people's might gross you out. Like the sound might gross you out. Some people like to hear people eat. Some people are repulsed by that. My ASMR is...
Oh, I'm repulsed by eating.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear you eat. I don't want to hear your mouth smack. I don't want to hear anything.
No.
I don't want to hear you chew. I don't want to hear myself chew when I eat.
Yeah.
I think it's gross.
It is. I like the plastic paper sheet covers that go in binders. Like when people turn the pages. It will put me to sleep like literally like that.
Just turn the pages of protective
Yes.
sheets.
Oh my gosh, it makes me so sleepy.
My ASMR are my crickets on Alexa. Every night, Alexa, play crickets.
Oh.
And it's just an ambiance of crickets.
Does it make your brain, gives you brain tingles?
Huh?
It's like she was talking out there, Alexa.
Oh, is
she heard you.
She heard me. Alexa heard me. I bet she's gonna play my nighttime crickets.
That's so funny.
Unless someone's out there.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh no, my crickets are playing.
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
That I go back and forth between that and Rain on a Tin Roof.
Oh yeah, those are good ones. Those are like pleasant sounds anyways.
I know.
I feel like a lot of ASMRs is like weird. Like not in a bad, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's like a bad way, but it's like things that you would not think that would calm your anxiety. Like love the sound of a brown paper bag. Like can't tell you
I
why.
like the sound of slime.
Oh yes, there's a lot.
Like the crunchy slime.
Yes, or like the floam.
Actually, I just like to watch. I'm a child. I like to watch slime videos.
And hands are ASMR too. Like people like hand motions.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing everything like this, guys. So just know it's ASMR.
We're actually starting a crafting
We're
ASMR channel.
actually doing that.
Have you guys heard the wood soup?
When they put stuff in a bowl.
Wood, and there's wood, like little balls in there with water, and they stir on the wood and the water.
That's a good one. That one's yummy. Yeah. That is a good ASMR. Okay, we're gonna do both of these together. So I'm just gonna take off the backing from our heat and bond. And we're gonna line this up.
Yes, April, popping of bubbles. Like I feel like our very first experience, probably as children, mine with ASMR, was popping bubble wrap.
Yeah.
Popping bubble wrap.
Yeah.
That
is-
was our fidget toys.
Yeah, really. Get a package. Wait, we got packages back there. I feel like packages have evolved.
We didn't get I didn't do a lot of online shopping a lot.
No, but I remember my parents used to order CDs out of a catalog, and that was a fun day.
we ordered stuff out of the catalog for sure.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to iron both of these down. My guess is that there's not enough heat to go through both of them, and the heat and bond layer is not going to stick as good. But I'm going to do it. Honestly, it may work really well like this if you have a heat press, like a clamshell or something
that
like
would be great.
yeah. But just like with this mini Easy Press, I don't know how much faith I have in it, but we're going to do it. And honestly, after this, I may just press these on the heat press just to like,
Seal them in.
yeah, just to seal it all in. That's kind of what, the Teflon sheet's really good for that. Like once you get done with something, just take that Teflon sheet and go over it. I do have this on the hottest heat setting too. Okay. It seems to be doing okay. My edges keep wanting to lift. I don't know why. This heat is all like borderline almost too hot.
Is nothing sticking?
I mean, it is. I'm worried I'm going to overwork the vinyl because I like going through 2 layers that I'm going to keep.
I have noticed that I think this might be the case with this vinyl. It might be a cold peel.
Some glitters are.
Because
it's like a warm peel vinyl.
Because I've noticed that when I was testing for the chart in the new book, what we added, that the adhesive, what happens if it says it's a cold peel is if you peel it when it's hot and it's supposed to be a cold peel, the adhesive is still like warm and hasn't settled and will just like the material comes up and the adhesive stays down, but the adhesive needs to cool down to kind of like latch onto both sides. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to just let it sit for a second and then pull it up. Cat purring, that's a good one. Some people like to do the talking quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I am not stretching the fabric as I iron. I'm also going to show you guys how to do the letters. It's pretty much the same process, and actually while that cools down for a second, I'm going to pull the letters in because I did cut them. So you're just going to want to line your letters up the same that we did with the bow. Just peel off that backing, and you're going to put it face down with the heat and bond side up. Beautiful.
I will say this, the Caesar, if you have an opportunity to get the Caesar glitter, I think that and Alicia can correct me if you think I'm wrong, but I think the Caesar glitter
It's better.
worked a lot easier for you.
It's better, yeah. It's just better in general, honestly. Cuts better, stays better, is better. Okay. And so cute. And then you can see, like, you just flip it over and it's there. We'll put that on in just a minute. Let's peel off our, ugh.
Well, how did it do?
It's doing okay. I'm going to go over it with it's so pretty. I'm going to go over it with a Teflon sheet to really, because this bottom edge does not want to stay down. I'm going to go over that. Teflon sheets are non-stick, so if you see us using one of these, that's why. Also, for some reason up here, these top of these bows don't want to stay, like the heat and bond doesn't want to stay down. Beautiful. Okay, I think we're good.
Lovely.
Ooh, it's so cute. Look at that. Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
Shing, shing, shing.
Shimmy, shim. Hey.
Thoughts on cooling stones? I do think cooling stones work. I mean, if you have a marble countertop, like here in the studio, our countertop is quartz, marble, something. I think it's quartz actually. So we just rub it up against the countertop and it cools it down very fast. So a cooling stone absolutely works 100%.
This has got to be the wrinkliest hoodie I ever seen in my life. I'm gonna put this up in here. These heating mats work so good. Like, I used to not, but I'm telling you, for stuff like this, you just need it. I'm gonna go ahead and iron out all the wrinkles. If you've got a heat press, you're gonna wanna pre-press this, like a big heat press. Pre-press any of the areas that you're applying everything to. If you're still here, thanks for sticking around. You can buy a Teflon sheet on Amazon, Daisy.
Yep.
And also, we've used like the little ice packs that you put in lunch boxes as cooling blocks.
Yes.
But they're wet, so you have to be careful.
Carla just said, did you know that Michael's is going to probably quit selling Caesar? I don't understand. Number one, I mean, I guess I get why Hobby Lobby doesn't carry Caesar, but like, also, why are you not giving your customers options? I mean, like, I get it. They make their own vinyl. They don't want to have anybody else in the store competing with them.
It's because they sell Cricut.
But
so like, they sell Cricut vinyl too, and that's it.
I guess.
They're in their own clique.
I guess. They must be in a clique. I don't know. Walmart, our Walmart does have Caesar. It doesn't have a great selection of Caesar, but you have basic Caesar stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where I go anymore, although I do not like going in Walmart if I don't have to.
Make sure your letters are lined up before you iron these on.
Oh, thank goodness. Paulina said, thanks to customer service, I was able to get a yearly membership. Yes, if anybody has any questions about purchasing, I feel like I saw somebody else that was trying to purchase something. Oh, yes, Beth Joanne's carries Caesar. That is right. Closest Joanne's to us, though, is in Knoxville.
An hour away.
Knoxville. In case anybody was wondering, you can still grab your Trio Resource Trilogy Collector's Edition books if you want to. We have all of our programs on sale right now. Our yearly membership. We have Digital Design for Creatives, Maker U. We have bundled Maker U freshman and sophomore year. Maker's going to sublimate. Passive earners, literally everything is on sale right now for our early Black Friday deals. We do have a very big Black Friday deal that is not, you all do not know about it, and y'all, it's eating me up inside not telling you. I'm the type of person, if I buy somebody a gift, I immediately go tell them that I bought them a gift, and then I can't help it, and by the end of the day, before 24 hours is over, I would have told them or given them what I bought them.
Really?
That's why maybe I'm not I'm very bad at that. I can keep secrets on everything else except what I bought somebody. Because I just get so excited because when I find something that fits somebody, I'm like, they need it now. Mm-hmm. They need it right now.
Like, what if they could use this through the holidays?
Oh, Megan just asks, when is Maker U Junior year?
Oh,
I don't know,
good
Megan.
question, Megan.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Atlanta Vinyl is a really good vinyl provider.
Yes.
If you're shopping online, we've been using Vinyl and Tool Supply like crazy, and we do have a code with them for a discount. If you guys want to shop there, you just use code MGL and you'll get 10% off.
Where at?
Vinyl and Tool Supply.
Oh yeah.
I've got them linked below, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So the vinyl's not stuck down amazingly, but I'm gonna take the Teflon sheet and go back over it. Because I make the rules here. Oh.
I'm also the type of person, they were talking about gift giving. I'm also the type of person that I don't like feeling pressured to have to buy someone a gift, but if I see something in the store and it reminds me of somebody, even if it's a random Tuesday in July, that's when I like to get gifts for people, when they're least expecting it.
Yes.
And I'm like, this reminded me of this person, I'm going to get it for them. And I think that's my biggest thing with Christmas is
You feel obligated.
I have always felt obligated, like I have to get my family gifts. And I'm just like, I would rather just in the middle of the year.
Right.
If I see something that, oh my gosh, my sister needs this, I'm going to get it now.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
That's why they call it Christmas in July.
I know.
Okay. She's done. I was like, why is it so heavy? Let me dump this out. She's done. She's wrinkly, but she's
Ooh.
finished.
So
Yeah,
cute.
Cute. Little bows on the side.
I love it.
Ooh, I love it. So, got the joy. We got the bows. I mean, that's just too dang cute. I love it. Wearing it to a Christmas party somewhere.
I'm obsessed. Also, I'm tired. Can you tell?
I'm sweaty.
I love this. I think this is so cute.
Yeah, it really is.
The colors, everything about it is just
And
super,
we were
super
talking
cute.
about how cute it would be to do like a navy with like a classic green tartan or whatever it's
Yeah,
called.
a navy would be really pretty to do this. There's so many different color combos that would be super, super cute for this.
Yes.
I'm obsessed.
All right.
If you haven't already and you want to check out those deals, make sure that you click the link that is pinned at the top. Sadie will also drop the link that she just dropped. You can look and check out all of the deals that we have going on there. Once again, we are still, Tanner just decided that since the, I know that we have a lot of people asking questions about when the books are being shipped. What is the ETA? Our ETA of shipping them is still probably about 2 to 3 weeks out because we have a lot.
Yeah.
We have a lot to print. The printer has to print and bind a lot of them. But just so you know, we're going to get those out to you ASAP. I know you guys are so excited, and we're hoping,
They're amazing.
fingers crossed, that it's going to be sooner than that.
Yeah.
That's our goal, is that we can ship them out sooner. But if you want to go ahead and put your name on one of these trilogies, you can do so by joining our yearly membership. You can do so by joining any of our programs. Anything that you purchase with Maker's Gonna Learn over $97 is going to get you this trilogy of books. Like I said, I know you all ordered them before. we didn't say we had them in hand at that point, but I promise you we're perfecting them. We're going to get them to you. We're going to get them shipped out to you ASAP, guys. I swear, I promise, okay? But if you want to get them, click that link.
Love it.
Click that link.
Okay, first of all, Elisa just rejoined MGL. Welcome back. We're glad to have you. And Kathy's Creative Corner, we went over this in the beginning of the tutorial, and Stardust is asking the same question. We do not cut them because we are not sewing it, and the edge will be raw and like it's gonna fray, and it looks awful.
Yeah, so if you want to go back through after you've done that and cut the center of it out, I mean, you can. It's just not gonna look as finished if you don't have a serger and you can't enclose those
wrap
sides.
it up. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if we're signing these or not. We talked about doing a live
Tanner
stream.
said
to do it.
yesterday that it would be fun if we did another like little live stream signing them. I don't know. Like it might be one of those things where we just randomly sign 1 or 2 or I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
There's a chance that we might still do it. But
I always feel weird signing them. I'm just like,
I'm just a normal person.
yeah,
I'm just a normal girl.
literally just a girl.
Just a girl.
Oh man, that's funny. Okay, well we'll be back next Wednesday. Are we back before then? Nope,
No.
next Wednesday.
We are here on Wednesday. We will be here live with you guys on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and then we're going to be back with you live on Friday.
Yeah, 2 live.
So excited!
All right, we'll
so I
see
hope
y'all
you,
then.
hope you guys have a good weekend. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's okay.
I hate when I do that.
That's
I don't
okay.
mean to.
It's fine.
Have a good weekend. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.